Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday, the 21st of June 2012, and welcome to the second of our social media mastermind live group calls. And what I wanted to quickly do is, as I was going through the audits, I found myself repeatedly saying that, repeatedly encouraging you to interact on Facebook as your page, and I couldn't see much evidence that anyone was doing that, and it occurred to me that people might not actually know how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just demonstrate how you do interact or move around Facebook as your page. So let me just put my spotlight on. This is snazzy. So you can see up here, do you like that? It's a nice big blob. You can see up here this little arrow, and it's affecting how I can see this blooming screen now. I'll turn that off. I can't. Let's scrub that right there. Oh, I can't get rid of it. Tum-to-tum. Right, you can see the arrow up here, and you select your page. I'm just going to go to this page, and now when it changes to name, you are using Facebook as your page. So you can either then search for pages up here, so you can type in the name of the page, find the page. Let's just see if it'll come up. Let's just go to the Veronica's. And if I was now to post on the page, anything that I write would come up as social media prospector and not as Veronica Pullum. The other thing you can do is, if you go to a website and you have the social sharing buttons. So say I was to click on my Facebook page here, I can like this Facebook page. I could now like this Facebook page as social media prospector and not as Veronica Boswell Pullum. Okay, so that is how you move around Facebook as your page. Now, the other thing I quickly wanted to show you, clicking on the name here brings you back. Clicking on home here takes you to a news feed of all of the pages that your page has liked. So just like when you log into Facebook, usually you'll see the news feed of all of your friends and all the pages that you personally have liked. Clicking on home with your page name up here gives you a news feed of all of the pages that your page has liked. So you can interact in a news feed as your page. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is, I'm not sure how many of you are aware of the post scheduling feature that is in Facebook. Now, you can use schedulers to type a post now and schedule it to show up at some point in the future or even in the past. You can backdate posts to go back in time, and they will drop down to the time scale that they were they're dated. So to set a post to post later, type the message out as normal. Click on this little icon here, and the first thing you're asked to do is to add a year. Add a month, so it's June, add a day, and let's say we want it to post tomorrow. You add an hour, let's say 8 AM, and a minute, and it's only in 10-minute increments, so let's say 8:20 AM. So the post that is in here will appear in 2012 on June the 22nd at 8:20 AM. Now, the other thing to note here is that this will post at 8:20 AM in the time zone of the person viewing the post. So for everybody who is in the UK, it will post at 8:20 AM BST. Anyone who is viewing this post in France, it posts an hour at 8:20 a.m. France time. Anyone who's viewing this post in Australia, it posts at 8:20 a.m. Australia time. So people will actually see the messages at different times depending on where they're based and where their time zone is set. Now, the benefit of using the Facebook scheduler over Hootsuite is edge rank. There's a post on my blog that talks a little bit about edge rank. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's quite scientific and quite long and we haven't got time. But the Facebook grades post, and it decides how many people that have liked your page can see the post. And when you use third-party applications such as Hootsuite, the post receives a lower edge rank. That means it gets seen by less people. When you use Facebook Scheduler, because it is a Facebook feature, the edge rank is higher. And so it's worth considering using Facebook Scheduler instead of Hootsuite Scheduler to put posts on your Facebook page if you are scheduling posts for the future. At the moment, the Facebook edge ranking is rubbish. It is completely rubbish. If you look down here, 3 people, 5% saw this post. I've got 864 fans on this page. That is a crap number. And we're going to discuss this a little bit more when we get into the call, because it does impact on how much time we spend on Facebook. Because if you're spending time on Facebook and only that little number of people are seeing the post, the energy is best spent elsewhere. But I'm going to discuss that when I come to talk to you live. But one more thing I want to show you, just so that we're all on the same page and that I know you all know what I'm talking about when I mention these things, and that is this promote feature here. In order to have this promote feature, you need 400 likes on your page. Below 400 likes and this promote feature doesn't appear. Over 400 and it does. Now what this means is that you can pay to promote your post to a higher audience. And when I say higher, it's about, it doubles the number, which is still pretty crap when you're looking at numbers like that. I mean, this is really disappointing. It's horrendously disappointing. And at the moment, I'm doing a bit of split testing to try and find out where you get the biggest reach from, which kind of post will get you better edge rank. I'll come back on that one to test it properly. This promote feature here, click on it and you are given a budget, and you can choose here £4, and it's saying if for £4 the estimated reach is 200, for £7 the estimated reach is unknown, that's helpful, and for £10 the estimated reach is 400. You select how much you want to spend of those 3 numbers, and let's just say £4. It tells you the duration, so it will promote it for 3 days from when you first posted it. And when you say save, it charges your PayPal account for that sum of money. So this is quite controversial because Facebook are asking you to pay to get, they've screwed you over on the train of posting for free, and they're asking you to pay to get more views of your post. And all I'm doing at the moment is putting that out there. That is there. That is an option for you guys. Rather that none of you go ahead and promote just yet until we can be clear about which posts are going to give you the best kind of turnaround, best kind of ROI on that payment. But those are the options that are there that are quite new that you might not be aware of. And I'm now going to come back to the call. And we are going to start now going through everybody on a one-by-one basis and talking about your action point. So I'm going to start with Helen Smith because Helen has got a phenomenal success story to share with us. Can you hear me, Helen? Or can we hear you, Helen?
Yes, I can now.
Hello. Right. Can you please tell the group? Can you tell the group in very general terms just exactly what you've achieved this week? Because it is actually really phenomenal and it's inspiring for everybody else in this group.
Thank you. I had my one-to-one call with you on Monday. I've been in my business about 6-8 weeks and been a bit all over the place, not very focused or channeled as to what services to offer, what social media to use. So I had my one-to-one call with you, which is actually the turning point, in my opinion. You went through simple, basic steps to what to have pages on the website, what services to promote, keep them simple and not complicated. And I just went from there, really. I came off the call, right, with this, and this, and I picked up clients, business, and I'm in total amazement. I'm so pleased. It's unbelievable.
I mean, it's been a pretty phenomenal week. Did you have, in our discussion on Monday, we talked about some subjects and titles for downloads. Have you got ideas on past the group?
Sorry, I've lost you there a little bit.
Nobody talks about maybe throwing out a few ideas for what kind of free downloads you could have on your site.
Yeah.
Have you got any ideas that you want to run by?
I've come up with
or should we throw it out?
What is a virtual assistant?
Right, let me unmute everybody. I'm going to unmute everybody on this call. If you've got any suggestions for Helen, what kind of document, if you went to, oops, just muted you then. If you went to a virtual assistant's website, what kind of document might you be interested in downloading?
They were telling me about Oprah from Chicago.
Alison, can you speak up a bit because I can't hear you? It's just a load of noise. Let me mute everybody back. Can you put your hands up if you've got a suggestion? I'll come back to Alison on her own. Right, Alison, now. I can't hear you. Helen, can you hear her, Alison?
No, I can't hear anything.
Can you hear? I can't hear what she's saying. Right, anyone else? Can you put your hand up if you've got any ideas for Helen and I'll unmute you? Oh, hang on, we've got loads now. Right, Claire Bonds. Hello, Claire. Have you got an idea for Helen?
Oh, hi there. I wasn't sure what Helen actually did, actually. Sorry, I think what her business was.
Is it my audio? Because I can't hear anything. Helen, talk to me.
Hello?
Hello, who's it? I can hear that. I can hear you. Claire, try talking again.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, that's a bit better. Right, what's your idea for Helen?
I needed to know a bit more about her business actually, because I wasn't sure what she did.
Helen? Explain. Where's Helen gone? Helen's disappeared. She's probably, her internet probably dropped. Well, basically what we decided in the call was that what she really wants to do is to work from home, doing general admin. So where before she was talking about doing social media, what she meant was that she wants to be the person who writes the tweets rather than being the person that does what I do in social media. So before, she was like competition, but not for a lot of people. And now she's actually added value for a lot of people. But the VA side of it is, it's more about helping in transcribing. It's talking about, so perhaps like transcription of this call today, or if you've got letters that you need to send out, mail merges, data entry into spreadsheets, all of this sort of general admin stuff that she can do at home. So what we want is an idea where she can have a freebie on her website and encourage people to come into her list. So we want something. We were trying to think of what kinds of document people might want from a VA. What might be interesting enough to download.
Right. Okay. So, would it be some sort of document that she could describe as like a freebie download of a certain document? Would that be an idea?
Okay. Okay. I haven't back yet. I mean, that's just really rude to just walk off in the middle of your conversation, isn't it, Helen? How dare your internet just die when we're trying to help you? All right, let's wait for her to come back, shall we? While you're on the line, should we do you?
Okay.
While you're there. Right, okay, so what did we talk about last week? Last week you were going to set up your Google Alerts. Have you managed to do that?
Yeah, fantastic news. Yay, I've finally been tweeting some relevant information for my customers or followers. And yeah, so that's been set up. Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I've done my survey as well. Went to Survey Monkey like you recommended, and follow the easy steps.
Oh yeah, the surveys. You did surveys.
Yes.
Yes.
I was really pleased to do that because when I spoke to you, I was sort of wondering about the issues that cabin crew face, because I can guess, being cabin crew myself, but it was really, I needed to do some market research on what are out there. So yeah, I've done that, and I did 5 simple questions saying, what issues do cabin crew face? Do you use Twitter? Do you use Facebook? What area of your life would you like to improve? I sent that out to some people I know, and then once I get the results back, I will see what kind of answers, if it's the sort of thing that I'm looking for, and send it out to some more people and get start building research really, get the data.
Okay. How's the week actually gone for you? Can you see yourself making progress?
Yeah, definitely. Since that chat, our one-to-one chat, I really feel like it's coming together, and so I'm really pleased. Initially, I was not on Facebook, I was not on Twitter, so that's a massive step to go on both of those. And then having that one-to-one chat was just so helpful for me to know who to aim my marketing at really, and thinking about the issues that cabin crew faces. That's my start.
So now you've got your niche. You're more in line with your niche. How do you feel about this week? is the Facebook page now set up, as you say?
I've only got my own personal Facebook profile done. I now need to do my business page.
So how do you feel about getting that completely sorted and then going off and looking for relevant travel companies that you can start engaging with, or relevant cabin crew pages that you can start engaging with to get your name out there?
Yeah, I can do that. When you set up a Facebook page, is it pretty simple to follow the steps, and is it pretty obvious of what to do?
I mean, what I want to say, let me say this for the benefit of the whole group as well. Given that this whole edge rank thing is a bit of a shocker, to be honest. It was an average of about 16%, and in the last couple of weeks it's really shot down. And what I want all of you to do, what I want all of you to be doing by the end of this program, is to have a page live that you are posting on, and that you occasionally move around and talk to other people as your page to get your name out there. But it's not where I want you to focus too much effort, because you're not going to get a return on the effort that you're putting in. But okay. What will happen is that when people come to find you, your Facebook page will come up. And so I want them, when they find you, to know that you are active on Facebook and they can see that you're doing stuff. But what I don't want any of you doing is spending hours and hours on your page, because it won't pay. Where we need to be focusing time is where you're networking. So unless you are actually conversing with people, and that is, if you're moving around as your page and you find a page to engage with where people are actually talking to you and you're building up conversations, that isn't where you should be putting your effort. Because, I mean, just if you take the group, for example, there's a huge amount of engagement going on in that group. And this is when people start to get to know you better, and this is when people start to know, what you're about, and whether they can help you and whether you can help them. That's where the value is. Do more of that, but you have to do that, unfortunately, as yourself. You have to do that in your own personal profile. But don't, unless when you're moving around as your page, you are getting the engagement. I don't want any of you saying, oh, right, well, I've done an hour a day on my Facebook page, and then when you look at your stats, your posts are reaching like 5 people, because that is a waste of effort, So, coming back to you, Claire, if you can try getting the posting on your page about 3 times a week, get it finalised and post 3 times a week, and then just go off and make sure that everybody who knows you knows that you've got a page. So share it on your personal profile and ask your friends to come and like it. Make sure it's on your website that people can know that it's there, so they can click through, as I just demonstrated from mine. Go out and try building conversation, commenting on other people's posts on relevant pages. Don't spam, don't post on the page and say, buy my stuff, but get involved in conversations and see where that takes you. It's all part of the trial and error process, because I don't know your business as well as you do. So we all need to try stuff out, and then we come back and remember, that isn't working, that's not giving me enough of a return. So we just park that, or not park it, but just low key, and then we go off to where the value is. So if for this time you can get the page finished and just go off and have a look for the other pages, like them as the page, so that you can start building up your little mini news feed, and then just have a go at engaging and see where it takes you, and see, make sure that the pages are relevant, whether that's local or whether that's travel nationally, but make sure the pages are relevant and have a go. Let's give it a go and see what kind of engagement you can get, and then when you come back and report back on that, we'll take a view as to how much more we do active effort on Facebook other than just posting. We all need to post at least 3 times a week. They say the more you post, the higher the edge rank, but that's my job to test that. That's not your job to test that. So I will report back on that, but it's just for the time being. You can have 3 posts a week and just go out and search for the pages and move around and see what happens.
And these 3 posts a week,
yeah,
and that's from your business page, not from your personal Facebook, but always from
as the page. Yeah, just like I come back to the beginning of the video replay if you need to, and just watch what I just did.
Yeah.
But to just so that whenever you do comment, it's your page name that's going against it and not your person.
Right, okay, yeah, I'll watch that bit again. And
Can
I just say for all the other listeners, because I missed the first call initially, and I'm a cabin crew health and wellbeing coach, and I support people in that very lifestyle and role, just in case any of the callers were wondering what I do. Thank you.
Yeah, and also have a look. Did you get as far as looking for groups?
No.
Because it's worth looking, because you've seen, I don't know if you're a member of any other group, but you've seen in our group just how engagement goes and people get to know each other, and you know, we're all celebrating everybody's win, and that's because people are starting to care about you. We all care about each other in that group, so that's what you want. You want a whole community of people on social media that care.
Okay.
And so at this stage we're just trying to find where they are.
Right, well, I'll take all of that on board, and yeah, that will be my challenge, because being so new to Facebook, I'm not actually in any groups or don't actually write that much. So yeah, that I'll be able to do that. And
yeah, give it a go. You know where I am. If you I'm in the Isle of Wight next week. Going over there on Saturday. It's a holiday that was booked quite a while ago. And it's now not going to be a total holiday. I am going to be able to work over there. If you need me, I will make time to talk to you. So, you know, if you want to come back and just check anything with me, or you want me to check anything, or you want me to show you something, just let me know and we'll schedule a time. I'll set aside, if I get 2 or 3 inquiries, I'll set aside a half a day and let him go off and watch a film or something. Because I'll be fully internet enabled over there. So, but yeah, go off and give it a go. Let's do, and so that we can either say that we do more of this or that we don't do any more of this. But you won't know until you try.
all right then, yeah, brilliant. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you. Right.
Okay. Right. I'm going to go on to Katie Taylor, and then I'm going to do Nikki next, because these 2 both need to leave early. Katie.
Hello.
Hello.
Shall I say who I? Hello.
Yeah, because you're new. Yeah. Introduce yourself. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Well, okay. Well, my name's Katie Taylor, and I run. I'm a PR consultant, and the name of my company is TT Communications. And I've been running the business for about a year, having had a long career in the public sector, working as a press and PR manager for all sorts of government departments.
Yep. So Katie is one of 3 PR people that we have in this group. Do you know Lucy? Do you know Caroline? Lucy. Have you met Caroline?
No, well, I don't know. What's Caroline's full name?
Caroline Wiggins. I'm just seeing if she's on the call. No, she's not on the call. She's our other PR person. So I'll get her to come and introduce herself in the Facebook group. Now, you just said about the public service. I did notice that you've got a really strong background in public service. So is that where you're going to be specialising, or are you trying to move out of that?
Well, I think I need to move out of it. I don't mind doing it still, but the public service has got no money and no budget for PR or comms at the moment. So in the time I set my business up, although I have tried to get work in the public sector, it's totally shut down as far as
It's a long, very bureaucratic process, isn't it?
It is. So I've had most of my success has really been in the private sector. So it's fine, you know, because I've got a lot of specialisms that I picked up in the public sector, which quite easily transfer across.
Okay, so I've done the audit, and when I was going through, these are the notes against the date that I've got for today that we can go through. So you've actually got clarity on your needs, because I was that was going to be a question, but you actually are clear that you're trying to move away from public service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. One of my questions on niche is I don't know how specialist I need to be. Am I just going after businesses, or should I specialise in particular types of businesses? That I am slightly.
Well, what do you enjoy? Who do you enjoy working with?
Well, I don't think there's any I don't enjoy. It just depends on the people, doesn't it? After the time.
Well,
but
I mean, I love this. What we're doing here is what I love. I get really excited to see you guys all growing in social media, but I get less excited if I was doing this for Balfour Beatty. You know, so
well, I like, yeah. I like working with businesses. It doesn't really matter what their specialism is, as long as they've got a sort of clear plan of where they want to go, and and I can sort of show them how PR can help them. Then that's great, you know. But I don't mind if they're not in a particular sector that I've worked in before, whichever.
No, I mean when I said Balfour Beatty, I didn't mean the construction. I meant the size of them, because I think the smaller businesses, the passion is there to go higher, and that's what I enjoy. It's that passion, that energy.
Well, I agree, because I've worked with people who, you know, sort of very small, but don't really have the capacity to sort of take on anyone to do PR for them. But the businesses that I work best with, I suppose, are businesses that are growing and want to try and market themselves more. I suppose that's where I've found I've had the most success. Okay,
so on your website, you haven't got a blog at the moment, have you?
Oh, my website's awful. It needs loads of work.
Well, no, I'm never going to say that. I'm not a website expert. I'm never going to say that. But no, what we need to get you doing is getting content of your own out there. And bring people in. Is that you?
What?
Is that you making a noise? We need to, you know, when I write blog posts, they get attraction. People get to see what I know, and they get shared. And that's what we need for you. We need you to be educating the people that you want to work with.
Right.
Get them into thinking about PR, because as I said to Katie last time, not Katie, Lucy. As I said to Lucy last time, it's very few, in my opinion, people don't think about that they need a PR. And so, what, you know, without selling what you do, we need to start educating people around. You know, if you've got clients of yours that have achieved successes through your efforts, you know, case studies, they will show people what you do, and you know what happened when they came to you. What you did and what happened afterwards, you know. So one of the things, you're probably going to think that I'm just repeating myself, but one of the ways of doing that is to set up Google alerts, to go out looking for decide what the content is that you want to find, and go out and search for it. It could be Google alerts, it could be bookmarking, relevant websites. Find content that is relevant to your marketplace, and write around it. I mean, you could find, you know, the Entrepreneur Circle content. You could take some of that and re-angle it towards what you do. There's going to be inspiration everywhere. The inspiration will be all over the place. But if you, in the next couple of weeks, can get... Is this my mic that's making all this noise, or is it coming from you?
What noise?
if you can get the blog set up on your website, if that's the WordPress website, it won't be difficult.
Yeah, I have got WordPress.
If you can get that blog set up and find some content, either that you not repurpose content, but either you write an opinion piece on some content and link to the original content, or write from scratch in your own voice. But if you can get in the next couple of weeks, get a couple of posts up there on this blog and get sharing them on Twitter. Get them out there. Get people to recognise what you know. Push them out on Twitter. Push them out on Facebook. Email them out if you've got a list. Just let people know that it's out there. And then when you're out and about and networking with other people, and they say, "Oh, how would you do this?" You can say, "Oh, I've got a blog post that will answer that question," and then without selling to them, you get them back onto your site.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you offer them the blog that helps them with their problem. You don't mention helping them out with their problem, other than they can read the answer on the blog post, but then they're on your site and they can speak.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that then. At the moment, I've found that I tend to just use Twitter and Facebook to sort of tweet coverage for clients and stuff, but I know that I'm not doing it enough for my own business, and sort of I think it's all one way at the moment and not two ways.
And how are you finding the engagement with new people? Is that still, are you coming through that, or are you still holding back a bit?
I'm not doing that at all, really. I engage with people I know, but I'm not engaging with new people. Okay, so I'll set you the challenge that I set Lucy last week. Can you make it commit yourself to engaging with one new person a day? Okay, one new person a day? Yeah, one new person a day. Go and initiate a conversation with one new person a day, someone that you've not spoken to before. Okay. So how far into social media prospector are you? I've done module 1 and module 6, but I haven't done the ones in the middle. Okay, so if at this stage it does, you won't have got to the setting up the searches bit yet, but just go and do a random search, something, maybe even if it's just sorry, maybe even if it's a word that's relevant to clients that would need you. Just search for something and find a tweet that you can engage with. One new tweet, one new person a day. And so read what the person's written and respond to it. Okay. Okay. Because in SMP I say for best result to do 6 new people a day, so it's 2,000 a year. But let's not overwhelm. We've got plenty of time. No. I don't want you to panic at this stage. Come back in to the next call and say that you've engaged with one new person a day and that you've just started to engage with 2 new people a day, because we haven't got 2 clear weeks now because the next call's on a Monday. So we've got about 10 days, maybe 5 days each. How about that? 5 days of one person and 5 days of 2 people. Okay, I'll give it a go. People that you have spoken to before don't count. You come out of the comfort zone. One new person a day is not going to be too difficult. If you're still a little bit reticent after the 5 days, just carry on with one person a day. Don't. But it is going to be really important for how you succeed on social media that you can talk to people that you've not spoken to before. Okay, all right, that's fine, thank you. Because otherwise you'll just be kind of like the person at the side of the room waiting for someone to talk to them, and you could be waiting forever. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, I will do that. Thanks very much, Kathy. So on that basis, if it's only one blog post, if you can come back and say you've only done 1, if you've done 2, then fab. But I want you to get the engagement done. So if we're talking about a time issue, commit to writing 1 blog
and sharing it, and commit to talking to one new person a day on Twitter.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I'll
Okay?
do that. Yeah, thank you.
And then we will get you there. By the end of this session, by the end of this program, you will come back and go, look, this is just so easy.
Yeah, I hope so.
If you know, if necessary, pretend that you're a client. Pretend that you're not. You're not Katie. Pretend that you're managing that account for somebody else. Tell yourself that I've given you permission to do this. If it all goes tits up, it's my fault. It won't go tits up. It won't. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to go wrong. But in your mind, you can tell yourself that if it does, it's my fault because I told you to do it.
Okay. All right. I'll give it a go and see what happens.
Yeah. If you're struggling, just come back to me. You know, we can have a conversation privately away from the group call. But it is so important for everybody in this group that they are engaging with new people every day, because it's important that you're engaging with new people, because otherwise the people that know you.
Okay.
And it's the people who don't know you.
Yeah.
You know, it's the people who don't know you who could lead you on to. You know, if we just look at, you saw Helen's example from earlier in the week of the new HR client. You know, that's how it works. She puts herself out.
That's where I want to get to, see, and I don't feel I'm anywhere near that yet, but I will, hopefully this will set me on the right road.
Yeah, because, you know, by pushing herself out of her comfort zone, talking, initiating a conversation with that one new person, she's got a new client. You know, that's what we're all here for. Yeah. That's what you know, that's the result that all of us are hoping for. So if you can, let's just start slowly. Either you can do what Helen did and make sure it's a credible account, but thank them for following them and initiate a conversation based on something in their profile, or go out and find them and initiate it. Yeah, okay. Yeah? Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Veronica. All right. If you're struggling, just come back and give me a nudge. We'll have a chat, all right? Okay? All right, thanks. Thanks very much. No problem. I'm going to go to Nikki. Stay with me, Nikki. I'll scroll down. Because Nikki was the other person who told me she needs to leave at 6. Hello, Nikki.
Hi, yes, I do. Thank you.
Hello. Did you introduce yourself last time, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You did, right. How was your fortnight?
Very, very busy. I've been promoting a workshop, so I've been out doing a lot of talks and networking and tweeting, but not very much social media. I haven't done any blogs for a while, so I need to.
Nikki, Doing your audit, I had a look and I noticed that you've got the 2 different Twitter accounts, and I know I can understand why you've done that, but I don't think it's the best way. What's actually happening is you're diluting your audience.
Okay.
You know, one, I know the Nikki Bomb is doing much better than the other one. You're creating 2 jobs that have to be done instead of one. You know, somebody who might have come to you for the sales might know someone who for the other side of it, but because the 2 are not together, they're not totally aware of that the other person exists. Unless if you're sharing the Nikki Bomb stuff through the sales profile anyway, to make them aware that there is a connection, then you might as well be in one profile.
Yeah, okay, I'll take your point, yeah.
You know, there's somebody that I know who's got 3 different profiles. Nobody in this group is somebody else, but 3 different Twitter profiles. And she posts the same stuff. Each of the profiles retweet the others. And, you know, that's just work that, you know, that the time that it takes to do that could be more constructively spent. And I think that if you concentrate on the Nikki Bump one, which is going to have a better clout rating, you can encourage people to come over to the Nikki Bump one from the sales one. But grow the Nikki Bump one because it's your name that's known.
Mm.
You know, people recognise your name. Once you've heard your name once, you don't forget it. And well, no, I mean, it's a name. I used to see it and think, oh, where do I know that name from? It's just a name that you recognise. And I think let it be known that you do work with women and that you help women get more confident in business, but you also are a salesperson, so you can help, a sales trainer, so you can help people to make more sales too.
Yeah, the only issue there is that they're very, very different markets. Like the management work that I do is to corporates, and the sales and the training and the coaching work I do is to business owners.
Well, I mean, I do get corporate inquiries for social media. I put it out there that I specialise in small business because you heard me just say earlier that it's the small businesses that get me out of bed. They're the ones that excite me because I like the passion and the energy. But I do still get corporate inquiries. And I still firmly believe that you're better off with just one.
Okay.
Have you got you've only got the one website, haven't you?
No, I've got 2 websites.
Oh, you've got 2
They're very
websites.
different. Very different, yeah. Yeah.
One
is the superhero sales manager.
How much engagement are you getting on the sales Twitter account?
On the which one?
On the sales one, on the Twitter sales account. How many people are actually engaging with you?
You mean the management one, the superhero management one? Is that the one you're
Yeah,
talking
not
about?
the Nikki Bump one, the other one.
The other one.
Yeah.
Well, not as much, obviously, and I'm not doing it as much. I used.
Then
I don't
just
know.
put it on one account. Just put it into the only use the Nikki Bump because they will find you. Anyway, through your sales website if it links to the Nikki Bump account. And if you're not getting the engagement on the sales one and you're struggling for time to update it, that's not helping either.
That's true.
So you might as well do one very well instead of having 2 that one's good and one's mediocre, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point because it's only me and I need to cut down on time wasting.
Yeah. And given that you haven't got a Pinterest account, that wasn't on your questionnaire, and given that your market is predominantly women, it's definitely worth you exploring that. Did you see the video that I put out last Friday?
No, I haven't, no.
I put a video out last Friday about Pinterest. It's in the resources area. Because the target market for Pinterest is 30 to 50-year-old women.
Okay.
And they're your women.
Yeah.
So if you're there, watch the video, go in and go in and have a look and explore. Think about the kind of images that you could share on Pinterest. I mean, in the video I say, if you look at your Facebook newsfeed now, look at the increase in the number of pictures that are being shared. And look at the engagement that those pictures are encouraging.
That's true.
And that's what Pinterest is. It's completely pictures. Well, Pinterest is like sharing a picture on Facebook. You can like it and you can comment and you can share it on. But it's all pictures. It's not blogs or videos or it is videos, but it's not blogs and links. It's all pictures. So have a think about, motivational stuff. These motivational pictures will work very well for you. And it's another, Pinterest is the 3rd biggest social media driver of traffic at the moment. Behind Facebook and Twitter, it's bigger than LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's just gone whoosh. And they're all women. They're, the Christian Grey loving women. That was a joke. Do you know who Christian Grey is? It's a 50 Shades of Grey. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
explore Pinterest. Have a look at the video. It's about 20 minutes. I'll just walk you around and give you a few tips on how you can use it.
Okay.
Go in and get an account set up and link it to Facebook or Twitter, and just start looking at what everyone's doing there, and see how you can use that, because these women are all the women that you'll be able to help.
Okay, thank you.
And then use the Facebook scheduling that I just demonstrated to share your blogs out on social media, get your content out there. And there's a WordPress plugin called Tweet Old Post. And what it does is it picks up blogs that you've already got there and it randomly tweets them every however many hours that you set. And that's what I've got on my Twitter account. That the blogs that I share are coming out through the Tweet Old Post plugin. It means you don't have to do anything. It just puts your blogs out there. All you do is tweet the newest one.
So where would I go to get that?
In WordPress.
Okay.
Go into your dashboard and plug in.
And it's got plugins. Okay.
And
all right.
You'll see add new, and then search for Tweet Old Post. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And then install it.
Sounds good.
And in the settings, it asks you to set how often you want the tweet to go out. And I've got mine for like every 17 hours because I don't want to spam my Twitter account. It just ends up then just being about one a day, but it just puts something out there that people can read every day. Yeah?
Great, thank you.
Okay, so if you've got questions as you come to do this stuff, if you're not quite sure, if you get into Pinterest and you're not sure, just drop me an email and we'll set up some time.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks.
And you're 5 minutes clear, so just go when you're ready and then catch up. You can catch up with the video after.
I will, thanks.
Okay, I will talk to you soon. Right, what are we going to do next? Let's mute Nikki. Let's have Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Lynn.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
I haven't got your thingy. What kind of a fortnight have you had? Tell the group what you've been getting up to while I find your questionnaire.
Got my page set up on Facebook, which wasn't that bad when I actually got down to doing it.
It wasn't, was it? It's not as bad as you thought. There we go. Have you managed to claim the username for it yet?
I haven't done because I was trying to get a username, but it's I've just got 37 likes now, so it'll let me do it. Yeah,
sometimes it lets you do it straight away, and other times it doesn't. It depends on the category of the page and how many pages you've set up. But to claim the username, go into your page and go to edit page at the top. And then down the left hand side you can see resources.
Do it. I just haven't got enough likes.
Okay. Right, so now we've got a Facebook page set up, and I've noticed the content. The content's improving that's coming out. So we had a little discussion during the fortnight and about humanising the content, and that's definitely improved. So yeah, the same for you really, to have a go at connecting with other Facebook pages as your page. Start getting the name out there. Now, as I was reading everything, I mean, I as part of the audit, I go and look at the everyone's websites and everything, and it is unfortunate for you that a lot of people will be sceptical about what you do. Do you find that generally? Do you find that when you're talking to people offline?
Yes, I mean it varies a lot. Yeah, some people are very sceptical. Some are sort of very open to it. It depends very much on the person. You just never know until you talk to somebody.
Yeah. So what we need to focus on is content that dispels all of this cynicism. And
Yeah.
this is what I was saying to you about being careful about how you word posts, because it's an area that attracts a lot of spam attention. And what you don't ever want to do is to have your posts looking like that they are part of the spam. So this is what I was saying about being more human and more conversational, because spam people aren't. So we're trying to get it to be obvious that this is Lynn sharing some really valuable products that she's got here that can help you do this, that or the other. So on your website you mentioned that it helped your daughter. Now I don't know know how it helps your daughter. I don't know if this is, you know, information that you don't want in public, but it actually, if it's shareable information, it would be useful to the people, not this group, but in your marketing. It would be useful to know how it helps. What was the problem? What was the product that helped, and what was the result of her using the product? What you know, what were the benefits of it? Because your daughter is a real person, that a tangible person, not some picture on an internet site, not a photo in a magazine, but a real person that has had benefit from it. And whatever her situation was that the product benefited, the chances are there are many other mums out there whose daughters or child or husband or whatever has got exactly the same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, because of your because your website is managed by HQ, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I can't add anything onto it.
Yeah. So we can't add a blog or anything to it. So it comes down to what you're sharing on social media now, about getting that information out there. You can use, I mean, with Facebook's 60,000 character limit for posts, you could use a Facebook post to write the story, and you could then link people back to that from Twitter or wherever else. But I do think it's really important. It's going to be so important that your stories are human, that people can instantly relate to a tangible human
person. Would it be worth linking a testimonial page to my page?
Say again?
Would it be worth linking use like Lifestyle Mono V testimonials and link them together and do a separate page?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got real testimonials from real people that you know, how about asking them for a photo?
I can get them.
Yeah. How about asking them for a photo and you write the story behind the photo?
Yeah.
So you have a photo album on Facebook that is called Testimonials, and you have a picture of the person, and where you write underneath, you know, tell us about this photo when you upload it. Right, this, you know, not just a testimonial, but what happened. Because you don't want 50 people all going, oh, this product was wonderful, because that doesn't really help. You want 50 people who say, you know, I used to suffer from really bad migraines, and now, because I did this, that and the other, I haven't had a migraine for 4 years. Those kind of testimonials.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, if you can think about that, think about, really, you're going to really need to concentrate on, we've got the humanising, is that a word? We've got the human element now in your post, and now we need to think about the content and the believability factor. You've got to overcome the, whatever, and get, you know, get people to relate.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
so,
that's good.
So we're just building on what you've been doing. Carry on working through social media prospector and get out there on Twitter at the same time. If you can make Twitter part of your daily routine somehow, work it in somehow into your daily routine. You only really need to be posting on Facebook at this stage 3 times a week. So try and get
right, because I'm trying to do it every day.
Oh yeah, Anna, you noticing a difference?
Yeah, so maybe I should do that the other days on the Twitter.
Well, I mean, I find that because of the fact that you can easily talk to new people on Twitter, I find that generates the community quicker, and you drive those people back to Facebook.
Yeah.
So why I'm saying 3 times a week is because I would rather you were building a community, but that you've got something on Facebook that you can bring them back to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, so you know where I am if you need any more, if you need me to go through anything with you. And, you know, go and have a word with people that you know have had good results and see whether they would be up for doing a photo testimonial. And then create an album in your Facebook page that is called Testimonial.
Okay.
All right?
That's good.
Are you only allowed to sell that product through that website?
Well, you can sort of sell it however you want, but
because
the basics behind it is that you're getting people.
One of the things that I was going to explore with you later was having a Facebook commerce page.
Right. Yeah,
I mean don't worry about that now. Yeah, don't worry about that now. For today, just think about the content, think about your testimonials, start getting a good foundation on that page of really solid, credible, believable results, so that it will get people over that whatever feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll talk about the e-commerce stuff later. It's not relevant at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Right. So. No problem. Let's mute you. Who do we go to next? Let's go to Phil. Hello, Phil.
Hello, Veronica.
How are you? I can hear you.
I'm fine. You?
You've been very quiet on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I know.
You're a very naughty man.
Yeah, I know. The problem I've had, Veronica, I mean, I sort of said to you in the email, and I do need to do a one-to-one with you at some point, is, you know, I'm totally committed to doing this social media. I can see the benefits, and it's just something that's not part of me. I have to think about going and doing it, and I realise I really need to.
Yeah, you're going to need to work it in. You're going to need to work it into your habits. You're going to have to change habits.
Yeah.
And change, change your routine a little bit. Otherwise, you're just not going to. If you don't do it, you're not going to get anywhere.
That's true. I've been blogging quite a lot on my website, and I've tweeted that, and I have done some searches. But the problem I have, Veronica, is that as you know, this website is I'm building it organically. The idea of the products and everything out of my own passion for fitness, and whenever I try and tweet, I always pick up like corporate things or other media things on fitness, and that's not where I need to be, is it? I want the ordinary guy like me who wants to get fit or stay fit. Yeah,
I mean, I know that you've just seen the posts that have been going on about introducing you to that fitness person.
Yes, I did pick up on that before. Yes, Fiona, wasn't it? In the
yeah, that's right. Called you Bill. It's Fiona. And that got me all confused. But think about those kinds of connections to start with. Think about, I mean, because Men's Fitness magazine is going to have a large proportion, or it's going to certainly have a sizable proportion of your target market. Buying, I mean, I know 50-year-old guys that buy that magazine. You know, I don't know what they think they're doing with that magazine, as in I don't know what they think that buying that magazine will do, but they buy it, And so these people will be engaging with the men's fitness content. And if you're in the middle there, if you're in it, engaging with it, they're going to get to know you.
Yeah.
Because you could do far more for them than buying that magazine.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Because that is my USP really, is the fact that a lot of these fitness magazines are just big media corporations who buy in the people to say the right things to sell the products, where I'm basically saying, you know, you don't need to spend a lot of money on gyms or buying equipment. It's about mindset. It's about being focused on your own health and fitness. And if you do that, yes, you do need to exercise. Yeah. But, you know, I'm demystifying it really and uncomplicating it for people, because, you know, if you follow a lot of the media, it tells you, you know, you need to go out and buy the latest clothes and trainers, and you've got to sign up for the gym, or you've got to buy this product and that product. Yeah, I want to sell products, but I want guys to see that, you know, it is doable, just like, you know, the ordinary guy in the street.
Yeah. Okay, so let's think about your action plan. Well, the first thing you need to do, absolutely need to do, is correct those links on your website for the social media site, because they go nowhere. Twitter and YouTube go nowhere.
Right, yes. Well, YouTube is something I'm still working on, because I do plan to have videos on the website.
Yeah, when I click on the Twitter icon on your website, it doesn't take me anywhere. So you need to get those corrected, otherwise people can't find you.
Well, it doesn't take you anywhere, doesn't it?
Because I went looking when I did the audit. The other thing you need, or what you should really do, is install that plugin that I was just talking about. Get your content out on Twitter.
Right.
You've got lots of blog posts. Get them out there. Let your target market read them and see them.
Right. What was the name of that? In case I haven't wrote it down here, that plugin again.
The what?
The plugin. What was the name of the plugin for the WordPress?
Tweet old posts. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
It's
Tweet old posts.
Here. Tweet old posts. It's a free plugin.
Right.
And it sends your blogs out however often you set them to go out. I've got mine every 17 hours because I don't want it spamming the page. I just want it to just kind of go out casually, and but it's up to you. You can have them as often as you want. Now, for the benefit of everyone else reading this, don't install that plugin until you've got at least 30 blogs on your 30 posts on your blog, because otherwise it's just going to keep tweeting the same stuff, and that's a definite no-no. Yeah, that's a definite no-no. That then looks like that you've got automated software running, just keep saying the same old thing over and over again. So you want it to be a variety, because it picks them up randomly. So
yes.
Now, so it's getting the hot links sorted. It's getting your content out there, and now you've really got to get into the habit of having social media in your day somehow.
Yes.
Whether it's the first thing that you do, because otherwise I can't. Yeah, otherwise I can't help you. If you're not, if you're not gonna, fit it in to the time, we're not gonna get anywhere. I can tell you to do this stuff, but it ultimately, you ain't gonna make the sales if you're not doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I will set the whole group on you.
I was encouraged when you first said that this would take no more than half an hour a day if you get it set up, and that's what I make it do. If I get everything all singing and dancing, and then, actually time manage it every day to an extent to get me into the routine of it.
Okay, so I'm not going to push. Go on.
Yeah, I have got a Facebook page, as you may have seen, and it's been blended,
I saw that. Yeah,
it's a mess, really, isn't it? This is what I don't understand about between my personal page.
Yeah, there's not much going on it. But at this stage, I don't want to. Yeah, at this stage, I don't want to overwhelm you with actions that are not going to get done. At this stage, I need you to start wheedling in some time for social media. So what I'm going to say to you is, the first thing I want you to definitely do is get those links sorted out on your website so that when people click on them, they do actually go where they're supposed to go.
Right.
And get the tweet old post plugin so that there is content coming out. Then I want you to allocate 10 minutes a day, every day, and do something. 10 minutes, 1 hour.
Right.
And I want you to, because you've got to come into it gradually. If I say do an hour a day, you're not going to do it. So
no,
I want you to come back to me to this call in 10 days time and say every single day I have done something. Now whether that something is posting on Facebook, whether that something is engaging on Twitter, mix it up. Don't do all of one and nothing of the other. But 10 minutes every day, because I think that's easily achievable.
Yeah, I do, Veronica, yeah.
And it's not too hard to break a habit for 10 minutes. So let's start there. Let's see if we can get you committed to 10 minutes every day, and then we'll build on it and we'll get you focused on the right actions to take. But at this stage, the actions are irrelevant if you're not going to do them.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, promise me?
Okay.
Promise me?
Yes. Yes, yes, I definitely will. I mean, 10 minutes a day, if I'm serious about this, that's doable. That can be done at the start of the day or in the middle of the day.
Yeah, and get into the group, get networking with people, because we've got a serious little community in there, and everyone, when people get to know you, they'll be able to help you as well. So
yeah,
and that's what I was saying earlier. We want everybody to that you connect with everywhere on social media to start caring about you. But they won't do that if you don't talk to them.
No, that's true.
10 minutes a day, Phil. Come back in 10 days' time and tell me that you've done it, and then we'll up the game a little bit.
Right. Okay, Veronica. That's a commitment.
No excuses. Oh, I'm going to tell Nicola. If I'm not scary enough, I will get Nicola. Okay? Right. So I will talk to you in 10 days' time, and you will tell me, and you won't tell me, I'm going to look. I'm going to look, and I'm going to make sure. And if you don't, I shall tell everybody that you've ignored me. How's that? 10 minutes a day for the next 10 days, okay?
Yes.
Right.
Definitely.
I'll talk to you in the group or wherever. You know where I am if you need my help.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Thanks, Veronica. Thank you.
No problem. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Right, who haven't we done? Lucy. Lucy Matthews. Hello, Lucy.
Hello. Hooray.
How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. Hello.
Right, have you engaged with one new person, 2 new people a day on Twitter?
Do you know what? Without bragging, yes, I have. I have. And I have to say, I didn't at weekends because I kind of don't quite do Twitter at weekends, but even then I got all excited about it, and I think I might have done one person at the weekend, but I went, yeah, I have actually, yeah, I've done it. I have done it.
Was it as hard as you thought it was going to be?
It was to begin with, actually. I did feel a bit, I did feel a bit embarrassed, but hang on, do I have to? I've got a box here that says you are no longer muted. Do you want to unmute yourself? I don't have to click that, do I? Because you can hear me.
Yeah, so did you just, to get over that initial embarrassment, did you just push through and just do it?
Yeah, just push through, and I just went for it, and
shut your eyes and press send.
yeah, and I did feel a little bit sort of pushy at one stage when I was saying, ooh, yes, I agree, or something to somebody, and
yeah,
truth is zero here. But then I kept thinking that's what I would do if I was at a network event. So, and that's, I just kept having that vision in my head that that I was at a networking meeting, and that's exactly what I would have done. I would have just barged into somebody's conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, because you are an offline networker with ease, so treat it as if you were an offline at an offline networking event. It's no different. And
yeah,
but
that
there
is
is
a
this
brilliant bit of advice, and that's absolutely the way to do it.
yeah, there's this psychological thing that people have, and you know, it always makes me, well, it amuses me when I personally, I don't hate networking events, but I personally find them far more uncomfortable than online networking, because that's my thing. That's my thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it amuses me when, you know, people can walk into a room of 200 people without a second thought, but find it uncomfortable to tweet one person who can't see them.
Well, I think that's the thing. I think for me,
Yeah.
it's because they can't see me, and so therefore they can't see that I'm smiling, or that I'm slightly being a bit jokey. That I do find that more difficult. I could easily walk into a room of 100 people and talk to somebody, but yeah. So I just have to keep saying to myself, they can see me because I've got a photograph there.
Yeah. So just keep in your mind. So, for you, Katie and Caroline, who have all said exactly the same thing, within about 2 days of each other, I got almost identical emails. Just keep it in mind that, ask yourself, what would I be doing if I was at For Networking or BNI, wherever it is that you go? Would I just stand here and wait for people to come over? Or would I go and talk to somebody? You wouldn't, would you? I would. I would, but you wouldn't. There'll be another program at some point later where you teach me how to do offline networking. No, but I mean, I did do it. I just go into a frame of mind, and that's how I get through it. I get through networking offline, but in the same way that you're getting through online networking. It's funny, aren't we? Funny people.
I'll tell you what the difference too, Veronica, I think, is because we're writing it down. It's the kind of thing where you're committing a sentence, an opinion, an idea to words, so you're committing it to
a permanence.
The world. Yeah, and that's different. And if you're at an offline thing, if you say something a bit silly, you can go, oh God, sorry, I wish I hadn't said that. And
okay.
No one heard you.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. But anyway, think about it in the context of the offline, what you would be doing if you were offline now, and try and just keep pushing through. And with the Entrepreneur Circle members, everybody's really friendly anyway. As soon as you say, oh, I'm an EC member, it's like whoosh. Because, once you get into the club group, there's another whole Facebook group of networking that you can be involved in as well. But so let's ramp it up.
Yeah. Okay.
3 new people. Yeah.
Whoa.
You can start 3 on Monday. You can have a week of 3.
Thank you.
Carry on as you are until Monday.
Okay. Thank you.
And then can you get your social media buttons on your website as well?
Well, yes. My website, Katie and I are at the same stage. Our websites are needing work, and I'm creating a new brand, which is happening as we speak tomorrow.
Oh, Neil's doing it, isn't he?
Neil's doing it, exactly. So basically, I'm kind of on hold with my website, because when this brand happens, then it'll all snowball. And likewise, I've been listening to all these wonderful chats just now about Facebook pages, and I've done nothing about a Facebook page for myself as a business, because I don't really have a brand, but it'll happen.
Okay, so let's hold that off. Let's push that back until the next time, when you've got your brand set up.
Push me then, because I'll need to do it all. But
okay, so let's concentrate on upping your Twitter engagement. What about blogging for you? Just like I said to Katie, can you start blogging, or is that another thing that we need to wait for?
Well, I guess I can, but this website's going to change. So, I mean, could I just set up I have never done a blog, so could I just do on WordPress without it going to a website? Or no,
the free WordPress blogs you're not allowed to use for commercial. So you want it on your website because then when people are reading the post, they're on your site. And
well, I suppose I could do it with my existing website. I just haven't done it. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to even start. So
is it a WordPress website?
So do it, but then does it link to my website?
Are you having a completely new website?
Well, I think yes. Well, the one I've got now will change. So I could probably stay as the same, kind of hosted the same way.
Yeah, but how is it going to change? Are they just installing a new theme?
I think so, yes.
Right, but then you can set the blog up now, and the theme just lays over the top.
Right.
So you can actually install the blog now. Within the dashboard, it's add new page, add new. Yeah, it is add new page, and then it asks you what kind of page it is, and you say blog.
Oh, okay.
Not static. Most of them are static. You say it's a blog, and that's where you get the blog in.
Okay.
You can start that now, and then when the new theme goes over the top, it'll just go over the top.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'll give that
a go. And that also applies then to your social media buttons. You can do those too.
Yes.
So the theme will just go over.
Social media buttons in, did you say?
So that's a widget to get the social media buttons in. Well, that's a plug-in first. It's called Social Media Icons, is the one that I've got. So you go to plugins, search plugins. I think we're going to need to do this as a separate call because if you need me to walk you through installing that, we need to do that separately because I've got other people that I need to get through.
Of course. We can do the one-to-one.
So if we can, in the next 10 days, if you can look at getting the buttons and the blog live.
Yeah.
Write a blog post if you can, just so you've got something there going.
Yeah.
And then ramp up your Twitter engagement to 3 a day.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I will do that.
Yeah. Neil will know how to get the buttons on there if you ask him. Yeah. I mean, I'm quite happy to help, but Neil will or you could even ask in the group. We can write it out for you, but I just don't want.
I'll ask him Facebook.
I'm very conscious of the time. We're going to overrun again, and it's 6:30 in the evening. So, yeah, good luck, and go and get yakking and blogging.
I will.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll catch up with you soon.
Lovely. Bye.
Right. See you later. Right. Who have we got? Who have I got left? Hang on, I'll just delete that. Time to tell me who haven't I spoken to? Come back to Helen. Helen, are you there? Helen! Helen? Alright, let's leave Helen. Alison Army. Are you there, Alison? Hello, I'm sorry. So sorry, you're the last one that's on the call. Okay, so where did we get to with, we did adverts, didn't we? We had a bit of a screw up with the adverts, didn't we? Because Veronica here misunderstood what, I asked Alison to set up a budget, a Facebook advert campaign with a maximum budget of £20. And Alison came back to me and said that she'd done that, and I asked her to let it run for 3 days just so that we could see how it was performing, with the idea in my mind that probably about 3 or 4 quid would have been spent by then. But what Alison actually did was £5 a day. So by the time she came back to me, it is all gone. And I didn't ask the question. I assumed that. So I smacked my own wrist for that, and we kind of screwed up a little bit.
I think just generally assume. I was going to say just generally assume I know nothing.
yeah, all right. But you did actually get 7 new 7 new subscribers on your list, didn't you?
Yes, I think I had about 5. I think it was 5 or 7, and 2 of them are actively opening my follow-up emails, and the others haven't so far.
Okay, cool. So, we did get something. It wasn't a complete write-off.
No, it's good experience.
But it's a lesson learned for me. Ask the question. Don't assume that everyone's on the same page. So, you set up on Pinterest.
Yes.
And are you enjoying Pinterest?
To be honest, I haven't given it much time yet, but I am excited.
I thought you would be well excited and be staying out all night on that.
I am excited about its potential, but my time has been squeezed at the moment.
Okay. So, look at the content that you're sharing. I mean, you are a more visual person.
Yeah.
Let's look at getting a lot of your content on Facebook, Twitter and Pinterest in the visual format. Let's look at getting pictures. So
before and after pictures?
Yeah, what pictures can you share? What pictures have you got that you can share? So instead of... so that when you're posting on Facebook and when you're posting on Twitter, there's a lot of visual content. Up the visual content. Because I don't want... we could talk about blogging, but blogging isn't really your... it's not what you enjoy, is it? You're going to find that... I think, you probably enjoy the occasional blog, but you're not going to enjoy knowing that you've got this blog sitting there that you've got to write. But
absolutely not.
You are going to enjoy creating photo albums.
Yes.
So let's focus, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. So let's focus on thinking about the photo albums that you can create. Think about the photos that you can share. Think about where you're going to get them from. And there's an article on my Facebook page from yesterday or the day before about where you can get free stock images.
Okay.
You could also look at a website called, I think it's called Send E-Cards. Let's have a look.
Sorry, what's that?
Some e-cards, these pictures, these pictures and these, they're all, you can just click on the cards and you can share it. And so that's another site that you could look at, for, you could find images that are around decluttering and seeing,
sorry, can you repeat
if there's
the
anything
site?
there that you can share.
Yeah, your sound went funny. Can you repeat the name of the site?
What, this website?
Yeah.
Someecards.com. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can't see the top.
Yeah, I've highlighted it. Someecards.com.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you can use what's already here, but you can also make your own. And you choose the picture and you write the message.
Okay.
Okay. There's on the right hand side there's a search box. You can put words in and search. But I think some of these images would work quite well for you. You know, so and so didn't want them, visitors to come around or whatever. I mean, you're funnier than I am. I can't make stuff up like that. But think about where you might be able to source images. So on my Facebook page, there's a free stock images article that you can look at for websites where you don't need to buy the images. And that website, and have a look at where other pictures are originating from to see, you'll gradually get to see where these pictures are that you can use.
Yeah.
And so over the next 2 weeks, we want to look at upping your visual content and see if we can get better engagement for you on Facebook if you're using pictures. Let's see if we can use pictures on Twitter to back up your words, and let's see if we can get you active on Pinterest, which is all about the pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Which is what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to force something that you don't enjoy.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm happy with that.
Right, so no money to spend. This one's all about the photos, all about the pictures. So
fantastic.
So let me just write that down because I won't remember that. So 21st is to increase photo content on Facebook, Twitter and Pinterest. And then you can report back how that's been going for you.
Okay, so if I think I've got the Pinterest linked to Twitter and Facebook. I think I have. So if I put on Pinterest, will it automatically go to Twitter and Facebook?
If you connect Pinterest to Facebook, it's in the settings. Check the settings to make sure. But yes, it should just go straight to Facebook.
Okay,
and you can also connect it to Twitter.
Yeah, I think it might be going to my personal page though. I'm not sure if you can link it to your business page.
Okay, it's in the settings. You'll be able to have a look and see whether it is or not. All right.
Okay.
And get the. Have you got your social media icons on your website?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can you have a look at the settings for that plugin because you should now be able to add Pinterest as well.
Okay.
And so people can come straight to your Pinterest.
Yeah.
And you can have boards for work that you've done, boards for style that you like. I mean, just it's your game. Just play it. I can't teach you about design. So yeah. So I'll leave that one with you, and then you can come back and let us know.
Okay.
How you got on?
Yeah, brilliant. The 2nd of July, it's an EC national meeting.
Yeah, is that the Monday date?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't be on that one.
No.
Okay, so just let me know how you're getting on. I'll read out your action points on call anyway. But if you want me to report anything back, just give me an email before the call.
Okay.
I may be running that call on a mobile Wi-Fi connection, so this is going to be fun, see if it holds up. But But yeah, if there's anything you want me to mention on the call, just drop me an email before.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
All right. See you soon.
Okay.
Right. There's nobody on the call that I haven't done the action point for. So the action points that I've got left now are for people who are no longer on the call because they've had to go. I'm just going to go read through. Stay with me. You don't have to go. Stay here and listen. I'm going to read out the action point for the people who have left or couldn't make it today now. And so Alison Bra Lady was the lady that we couldn't hear right at the beginning of the call, and she went offline quite early. Now, what I don't know is how far she got with these action points. So I'm going to assume that all of this was done. And what I'd like you to think about this time for this 10 days is Pinterest as well, because your target market is predominantly female. Pinterest target market is females in age 30 to 50. So your target market are going to be using Pinterest. So for your action point for the next 2 weeks is to think about how you can use Pinterest to communicate with the ladies that you want to be in touch with. What pictures can you share? Where will you find them? Have a look at that blog post or that article that is on my Facebook page, and seeing if there's any free content that you can pick up. Think about images that you've already got or that you can get, and decide what kind of content that you might be able to share on Pinterest. So if you haven't watched the video yet, that is in the resources area. Check that out. And your action point for the next 2 weeks is to get going with Pinterest. And so I'm just going to write that down. I don't do this before the call because it depends on the feedback that I get from you all as to what we do going forward. So that's Alison. Pinterest, Alison. Who we actually got? Perry and Fiona. I haven't heard from you whether you were able to get the video testimonial. And I'm going to assume that you did everything that I asked you to do last time. And this time, I'd like you to think about blogging, because there is so much content, information that people need from their agent that very few agents are actually giving away. And what I'd like to see you as the centre of the information universe for people who sorry, my voice is completely going now. It's the centre of the information universe for people that are looking to move house. And because if you're the one that is giving them the information, you're going to be the one that they remember, and you're going to be the one that they phone. And so, what kind of information do your prospects want to see? And if you, in the next 10 days, can get one post done. I noticed that you've got a news area of your site, and I wonder whether that news area would be better served as a blog. I'm not keen to encourage you to add another page because there's rather a lot in there already, but you can incorporate news into the blog and have news as a category, but have a chat between you and decide how that would work. But I think we need to be pushing out content. You need to be the one where when people look for the content, it's your name that's coming out, because very few of the agents are, certainly none of the nationals are. Also, think about whether you'd want a property of the week and what you could do with that property of the week. It could become a Facebook feature. So you could have a featured property every week. You could use that in the blog. So the two things that I'd like you to do in the next 10 days are to decide whether you have a blog instead of the news. Think about the content that you could be sharing, and ideally write one post that can go out, because we can push that out on Twitter and Facebook. And to think about whether you could utilise a property of the week in your agency, so that it could even be an upsell. It could be that people pay, sellers and landlords pay extra to have their property featured as the property of the week. But give that some thought. It's the blogging that I'd really like to see happen. I'd like to see that you are the epicentre of the information that sellers and landlords are actually in receipt of, so that it's your name that's being pushed out there and spoke of. So they're your action points for the next 10 days. And if you've got any issues over what I gave you last time, or what I've given you this time, you know where I am. Okay, so that's Power O'Shea. Who else have I got? Layla. Oh yes, Layla. TV coverage. Woohoo! This is excellent. So have a chat with the PR people here. What can you do with that? And in the next 2 weeks, think about where are they? Pinterest for you as well. It would be all the people that Pinterest is relevant to. It would be quite good if you're all in the same place so you can help each other. Pinterest, female target market. What pictures can you share, and where are you going to get them? How can you connect with your target market? Look for birthing look for new mums, not new mums, but look for mums to be type boards. Get involved with them, get engaging with the people that are following them, build up a Pinterest profile, a community of people who might want to explore more about hypnobirthing. So your action point for the next 2 weeks is Pinterest, and to think about where you're going to get the images from and what images can you share, what's right for your target market, what do they need to see, how can you connect with your target market through the use of pictures, and where will you get those pictures? Okay, but excellent news on the TV coverage, because that is just phenomenal. I'll try to do 2 things at once. No, seriously, that's excellent news. If anyone in this call isn't regularly checking the Facebook group, can I recommend that you do, because the community is really growing in there, and we're all supporting each other in the journey. We're all on the same journey, and we're all supporting each other. Caroline, my third PR person, your action points are: you need to get your social media icons onto your website, so that when people come to your website, they can click through and connect with you on social media. You tweet more, do more tweeting, get engaging with people, new people that don't know you yet. Go out and meet some new people. Have a word with Lucy and Katie, because they feel exactly the same as you do. Hold each other's hand as you go out of your comfort zone and talk to new people. And you too, you're a active offline networker. Think about it as if you were offline and not online, and it makes it a little bit easier to do it. On LinkedIn, you don't actually have any recommendations for work later than 2009. I'd like you to, as a matter of urgency, request recommendations from any clients that you have on LinkedIn, and add any clients on LinkedIn that are not there yet who might be able to offer a recommendation. So that is quite important, because people will look at that LinkedIn profile and they will see that you haven't had a referral or has a recommendation for 3 years, and that really doesn't look very good. So in the next 10 days, add your social media button to your website, tweet more, make it a mission to tweet with 1 new person a day, and then increase it to 2 a day, and get requesting those LinkedIn recommendations, because it will make a huge difference. If people see that you haven't been recommended for 3 years, it looks a bit dodgy. Why haven't you? Does that mean that the work standard went down 3 years ago? Why isn't anyone recommending you anymore? So those are your 3 action points for the next 10 days. Give me a shout if you need any help with them, and if not, hopefully we'll have you on the call next time. And I think I've got 1 left now, which is Helen Smith, who was here at the beginning and disappeared off when the internet connection failed. Helen and I had a chat 1-to-1 where we discussed about having a freebie download that people who visited her site could download and get an information teaching people something that they can do themselves, but equally when they realise they don't want to do it themselves, they're attracted enough to go back to Helen. So we never actually got the chance to discuss this because the internet connection went down at the wrong moment. But my action point for you, Helen, in the next 2 weeks, given that you've made some tremendous progress in this last week already, I'd like you to put the post into the Facebook group about what kind of downloads you could have. And I'd like you to get started on creating something. I'd like you to have a rough outline of what this free download is going to be, just so that there is something in place that we can build on over the next 2 weeks. So if you can put the post into the Facebook group ASAP, have people comment on what kind of download that they would be looking for, what would be attractive enough for them to download. Let's get some ideas out there. Pick your favourite and get something sketched out, a plan of what it's going to be. If it's going to be a report, if you could just start writing something that we can play with, but just get the ideas and then make some kind of progress into making it happen. So that is your action point for the next 2 weeks, because we want to get moving on this. The number of new clients that you picked up this week is outstanding, but there's still room for more. And what we want is to get your community building. And the way we're going to do that is by having an incentive for people to sign up to the list. So the sooner we've got the incentive in place, the sooner that we can start building the community. So post into Facebook, ask what people would be interested in downloading. Get it started. Okay, that's your action plan for the next 2 weeks. You know where I am if you need my help. And that, my friends, is everybody's action points. Thank you for coming along this evening. Again, I've gone over time. I need to work out a better way of doing this. It might be that we have to start restricting each person to a set number of minutes. Apologise to you for staying over time. Thank you for those that have held on and stuck with me till the end. You've got your action points. You know where I am if you need my help. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the next 10 days. I'll see you in the Facebook group, and I'll see you back here on Monday, is it the 4th of July? 3rd of July. Next one is a Monday at 9 o'clock. So not next week, but the week after, Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Okay? Thanks very much. My voice is completely going now. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.